Eh bien salut tout le monde, c'est Warmix. Aujourd'hui on se retrouve sur The Stanley Parable. Alors un jeu assez loufoque et assez compliqué là, parce que en gros vous êtes un employé. Attendez, parce que là il va parler. Vous êtes un employé qui un employé modèle en fait, qui faisait que taper des touches sur son clavier là. Et un jour l'ordi lui donne plus d'ordre et il va décider de ce qu'il fait. Et il y a une voix qui vous donne des conseils et vous devez ou non suivre les conseils de cette voix. Donc on va essayer d'avancer dans le jeu. Par contre c'est en anglais, donc c'est un peu chiant de comprendre ce que la voix nous dit.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Putain, c'est un
Perhaps he
connard.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Il nous dit que c'est pas la bonne voie et il ferme la porte.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Ouais, en fait c'est un petit peu un manipulateur le créateur de ce jeu.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Petit coup de lag. Alors, warning, do not jump from the cargo. Ah ok, on a des amendes si on casse le truc.
Look Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me.
Là, il nous demande de pas choisir de ce qu'on veut faire, mais de le suivre, suivre ce qu'il dit en fait. Ok, what the fuck. What the fuck. Je sais pas vraiment ce que c'était là. Ok.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What the fuck?
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Sérieux.
This is a very sad story about the death
Trop
of a
sexy
man
là.
named Stanley.
Good morning everyone. Press R on your cable. Donc voilà, en fait, si on est l'employé 427.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Ma maison et... En fait, je suis vraiment un employé de merde quoi. Avec une vie de merde. Bon allez, laisse-moi sortir maintenant. Putain. J'ai rien à foutre de préparer un dîner là. Bon, on est parti dans la mauvaise direction hein. Il nous a bien baisé le mec. Donc on va recommencer, voilà. Et on va partir cette fois dans l'autre porte. Bon allez, je vais à gauche. Ok, donc là il m'a dit que c'était à gauche, donc je suis à gauche.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Bon, on continue.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Ok. Bon, je vais suivre ce qu'il me dit pour voir s'il nous fout dans la merde. Exécuter, pas de choix. Bon.
Called by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
Merde.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Bon, on va suivre ce qu'il dit parce que ça a pas l'air d'être trop dégueulasse pour l'instant. Ok. Ouais, c'est un peu bizarre comme bâtiment.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
On va se faire là. C'est assez loufoque.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Ok. C'est un peu bizarre quand même.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Donc chaque numéro,
the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Putain.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
En gros, il nous dit qu'on est manipulé quand on est employé.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Il nous fait vraiment une leçon de vie, le mec.
The reality of his past began to sink in, and when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place, and to...
Je veux prendre contrôle.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Il est pas content là.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much
il me dit
better
de cliquer off et de me barrer. Mais j'ai envie de voir ce que ça fait là.
And I believe you'll find this pertinent. Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to
shine. Mais il joue avec nous quoi.
Story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you
Allez,
have
plus
left
que
to
25
struggle.
secondes.
30 seconds until a big
Ça commence à chauffer.
No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let
Bon, en
it
gros,
go?
si j'appuie pas sur off, je vais crever, hein, ce qu'il m'a dit. Mais voilà.
Make it count.
Écoutez, hein.
Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a
On
part
teste
of
ça
the
juste
journey.
pour la fin de la
And
vidéo.
believe me, I will be laughing at every second
Ouais,
of your
comment ça
inevitable
tremble, ça doit être
life
dégueulasse
from
au
the moment
rendu, là.
we fade in until the moment I say,
Allez, zo.
happily ever up.
Bon, je crois qu'il a vu ce qu'il voulait. En même temps, je me demande à quoi ça sert dans le jeu, ce truc. Oh, on recommence dès le début? Oh my god.
Bursting into half moans, half sobs, the guttural retching of life from a man denied any hope, any reason to keep going. Here on the floor, he lay prone. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Ok. En fait, juste parce que je me suis souvenu du mot de passe, il va me faire quand même patienter. Putain, c'est quoi ce qui... Donc voilà, nous revoilà dans la salle qui posait problème.
And when at last he found the source of the
On va voir
room's
ce qu'il me dit.
power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to...
Ok. On va voir ce qui se passe. Si ça fait recommencer le jeu, je pète un câble.
blackness
Ok, what the
and a
fuck.
rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-worker
Plus en plus what the fuck ce jeu.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
On ne
What
voit
other
rien du tout.
mysteries did this
Bon bah je
strange
continue à
boat
avancer.
hold? But as where to go,
En gros là on sort du trou, hein. On est libre.
whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through
Ah c'est
the open
moche.
door.
Ah en fait, oh les bâtards c'était juste un film. C'est assez dégueulasse. Oh là là. Ah non, c'est pas juste un film.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Voilà, Stanley est happy. Et le jeu n'a vraiment aucun sens. À part que il nous raconte un peu à quel point on est un employé qui fait pitié. Donc voilà. Donc je crois avoir fini le jeu, du moins une version du jeu, hein, parce que vous passez comme vous faites le jeu un peu comme vous voulez. Donc bon bah je vous ai montré cette facette du jeu. J'essaie de faire un espèce de condensé parce que là ça fait au moins 30 minutes que je filme. Il y a eu pas mal de fails et voilà. Écoutez, j'espère que vous avez aimé cette vidéo. Moi je vous dis à la prochaine et à bientôt.